Time to get the TV mounted. Number one task. Hey, good morning everybody. Day 2 of the Alliance Avenue. Got about half a day in yesterday. We were able to get the shelf paper installed, the rubber backing, keep things from sliding around. Having a problem with the TVs. The TVs do not work off the WindGuard 360. So I need to dig into that this morning and see if I can track that down. Got a little color in here. Got a carpet coming today. Stay tuned for that. Fixed the storage under the sink yesterday. It's a little bit better than it was before. I got some pictures of that I'll show you. Need to put a shelf in there still, but that space is getting better. These screw heads that we're showing. See right here, I got these little colors. They match better than they look on camera. This is an elm according to Alliance, but there's all these black screw heads where they screwed this piece on here that really annoyed me. Just didn't look finished. So I put those dots over them. Like I said, it looks a lot better off camera than it does on camera. The TV's mounted. Doesn't work. It is a smart TV, so it picks up the Wi-Fi from the house. This is a latching TV RV mount, so it's stowed there when we're traveling. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's out. And there's the TV when it's out. Still need to do some cleanup here on aisle 1 with the wires. Said I need to track down all the cable because the cable just doesn't seem to be working at all. We had a WindGuard 360 in our Durango and it worked like a champ. Matter of fact, it worked better than the cable in the parks at times. I need to track that down today and see what's going on there. Kind of disappointing. I'm hovering about 80% excitement for the rig since I've got it, but you know how it is when things get purchased new and you're not quite used to them yet. It takes a little while to get used to them. It's kind of like rolling into an RV park that you're not sure about it first, but then you spend some time there and you go, you know what, this place is pretty good. I really like it. So we're on that learning curve right now. Just need to have some patience and work through this stuff. When it gets light outside, I'll show you some improvements I did outside. We're only going to go with one propane bottle since we have the 12-volt fridge. I turned that into a storage space. I'll show you that here in a bit. And yeah, so time to move all the stuff in today, track down the cable. I might tackle installing the lithium battery today, the 200 amp lithium battery. I only have today about 3/4 of a day today, 3/4 of a day tomorrow, and then Sunday we are out of here. So stay tuned. So one of the big mods I did only because I was trying to figure out the TV cable. It was all jacked up. Use my handy dandy Klein tester here to find out that cables were going places and they were dead-ended and they weren't connected to anything. So while I was doing that and had the bulkhead out, I'm looking at how dirty it is back in here. So I'm hitting it all with the vacuum and cleaning it up. And then they had some wires routed through the access door, so when you close the access door, it was pinching them. So I rerouted those up over this little pony wall. And then I'm gonna square this off so I get a little more room in here for my Blackstone. And everything is labeled now. To WindGuard 360, park in, sat in. This is to the main TV satellite. Satellite to master. Everything is all labeled, so now we know where everything goes. Something I want to show you real quick that is a difference between the 32 and the 30 is the 30 in this area right here. They have a lot more room to be able to put their lithium batteries in this spot. I was originally going to do that, but once I saw that there was not enough room to do that, that's when I went to the custom battery box in the front. All right, the remodel of the basement is complete. We took that diagonal wall out. It went from here across to there. Replaced this panel. Moved the electrical and the data connections back here so it was past the stairway and had room for the boxes. Moved this wall over 1.5 inches. And they got it all nice and straight this time. And moved the wires that were getting crimped at the top of the access port. So 100% better. By moving that wall over, I'm able to put my totes in here sideways instead of long ways now. So that'll give me more room once again. Mounted the smoke detector in the cargo hold. Gonna have to mount another one up by the batteries. Another thing I did too was I took the propane tank out of the passenger side. I built a shelf down here, covered it with carpet, mounted it to the propane tank holders so that I have additional storage. I just have to cap this off right here. And then with the 12-volt fridge, you know, I don't really need to carry that much propane because all we use it for would be the water heater and the heater, but we're not in that time of year right now where we really need a heater, and also the stove. One bottle will last us about 2 months camping, so I'm gonna give it a go and see how it works out. I did get one of those propane sensors that sticks to the bottom of the tank and you can read it on your phone. I'll put a link to that down below, and it seems to be pretty accurate so far, but we'll see how that goes, and we'll see how it goes with just running on one propane tank. Plus, I saved 60 pounds by not carrying that full tank around all the time. Something else that I did while I was in there, and you need to make sure in a 30 RLS that you do this like I'm about to explain. Under the stairs, this is your return air for your heater. So you need to make sure when you move that wall over like I did, that you open up an area for the air to get from here back to your heater. So I cut the whole side out on the left side that dumps back into the crawl space or the garage underneath. And then I took some black fabric that I had for my panels and put a piece up on the back side of this box so that you can't see all the wires and see into the garage. It just drove me nuts sitting back on the couch and looking at all that stuff under the steps. This is showing camera 2, which is on the back of the RV. This is the camera in my bed showing the Anderson hitch. So when I go to hook up, I can see exactly where my cup is over the ball. One thing I noticed about mounting this camera on the back of the RV, the Alliance, is that the clearance lights are not in the center of the RV. They're off about 4 inches from center line. Got the old box out. Have all my wires suspended and out of the way. Now I'm going to lay out the hole for the new box for the lithium batteries to go in.